How's it digging, my shovels? This is Spade here, bringing you guys another Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle, and today I got an OU match for you guys featuring Black Kyurem, which has been recently voted down to the OU tier by Smogon as well. You may remember about a month ago I did a few OU matches on PO where Black Kyurem has been OU for a decent time now. And now it's OU by Smogon standards as well. So I guess as a question of the day, what are your thoughts on Black Kyurem in OU? I'm gonna talk about my thoughts at the end of this. But anyways, we got a team preview here and a match against I Love You Les or something like that. But anyways, I got this kind of one random team. I just drew some random guys with Black Kyurem. I have changed it a lot. I drew a Gliscor there because it was otherwise it was kind of really weak to fighting, and then overall just some random guys. And my opponent, he has his own Black Kyurem, and then he has some random anti-meta stuff like Slowbro, I guess, to deal with Terrakions, and then Bronzong obviously to deal with Black Kyurems, and then Snorlax. Not really so sure about that, but I guess it deals with Genesects decently well. And for this match, I decided to lead with my Chansey, because I was pretty sure he would lead with Genesects, and I was hoping to pull off some shenanigans with this devil that is known as Chansey Gardener. But anyways, yeah, he's gonna U-turn, and Chansey has this one interesting move that you may already know about, but that is known as Counter! And boom! In comes the freaking Bronzong, and after the U-turn, I'm going to one-shot it with the freaking... Even though the U-turn didn't even do that much, but Chansey just has so freaking much HP. I one-shot the freaking Bronzong. Down it goes, his best counter to my Black Kyurem. So there's definitely a chance I'm gonna be wreck-shopping something later on in this match with Black Kyurem. But now in comes the My Little Pony, Keldeo, and I'm not really sure what kind of set he's running, so I decided to go into Garchomp to take one hit and then go from there. He goes for a Focus Blast, and I don't see an item like Life Orb or anything, so I'm assuming he may be Choice, so I decided to go into my Gliscor. He pulls, however, a double switch into his Slowbro as I went into my, freaking Garchomp earlier, because he was obviously thinking that, I would just Outrage or something like that, or EQ or whatever, and he could take anything. But anyways, yeah, that is not the case, and then, because I was in my Gliscor, trying to take a Focus Blast, as he pulled a switch into his Slowbro, I really can't take on it with my Gliscor, so I decided to go into my Chansey again, just to basically stall him out, and I just pretty much sped this up, because it's kind of just obvious stall, nothing special going on. I Toxic, he got a burn on the first turn, so that kind of made things a bit more difficult, but still I'm able to do some Wish Toxic shenanigans. So far I didn't feel like revealing my Protect, and I'm gonna keep it that way. And then something weird happens as this Snorlax pursues me. I was just thinking he may want to set up something like Curse, and what I decided to do is go into my Garchomp just to get the Wish. But indeed he went for the... On top of that, it was a Life Orb pursuit from a Snorlax. So I'm like, what in the world is this? I don't know, but I'm just gonna go into my Donphan so that I can set up my Stealth Rocks, because he does have his own Black Kyurem, so having those Stealth Rocks up is definitely going to help me in the long run of this match, especially against that Black Kyurem. But he's gonna keep on body slamming, and he does score an unfortunate crit, but oh well, at least I did manage to set up my Stealth Rocks. You know, it's hacks, whatever, we can't control it. But now what we can control is by bringing in Choice Banded Black Kyurem, and now I did not want to lock myself into Outrage, and I figured I could take him out from this range, even with the Dragon Claw, because Choice Banded, and I do, so down it goes, and Black Kyurem, the Black Blake, is going to claim its first victim, and down goes the Snorlax. But now in comes the Slowbro, and I do not want to stay in against it, so I'm gonna go into my Chansey. Also figured this would be a perfect chance for me to go for the Wish. Chansey and Chans and... Yeah, stupid. So anyways, just figured it would be a perfect chance to recover up my Chansey. And now in comes the My Little Pony again, and I'm just gonna go for the Protect, reveal that right now. On top of that, I get to scout what he's going to lock himself into. if he does feel like predicting some sort of switch or something. But it's kind of weird that he doesn't have the Sacred Sword, and still I'm kind of thinking that he would be Specs, because he has only went for like one move this whole time, and he's still able to do a massive amount of damage with the Keldeo. So I'm going with the assumption that he is Specs, but whatever the case is, because he doesn't go for the Secret Sword, because he apparently doesn't have it, I get to... Well, obviously he doesn't even have the special form, because, yeah, it makes sense. But why would he not transform it into the other form? Remains to be a mystery. But anyways, we got one scary thing here, which is Black Kyurem. His own Black Kyurem. And I didn't see lefties, so I felt like pretty comfortable just going for the counter, because if there's lefties, there's most likely sub, which would be scary. But I went for counter, he went for the earth power, does like nothing, and I'm just gonna keep on going for the counter, because there's nothing he can do with special attacks. And eventually he's gonna attack me from the physical side, which happens right now. So boom, a counter again, and Chansey is just doing work. Working on that garden, making those flowers bloom in the black depths of Black Kyurem Cave. And now in comes the Genesect again, and I'm just gonna go for the counter again, because, again, there's nothing he's gonna be doing with special attacks. And he goes for the Flamethrower. I assume he possibly locks himself into that, although there's still a chance that he may be Expert Belted, which kind of is revealed right here as he does switch his moves, and since I haven't seen an item, I'm pretty sure that he is Expert Belted. Not Choice Scarf, obviously, but Expert Belt, pretty sure of that. Anyways, I got this specially defensive Heatran here, which I'm just going to send out right now, and I figured I could just go for the Magma Storm. This is actually an interesting set that I will hopefully get to showcase sometime. I had like one really good match where this is basically a Toxic Stalling Magma Storm trapping Heatran. And I had one interesting match where I trapped a freaking Milotic, but it DC'd, so that kind of blowed. But hopefully in the future I'll get to showcase that the more. But anyways, for now in comes the Keldeo again, and I'm just gonna go into my Chansey again, because I figured even if he goes for Focus Blast, judging by the earlier damage, Chansey can definitely take those Focus Blasts on, and also he's kind of short on those Focus Blasts pretty soon, because he's been spamming those earlier, so I can make him go out of his power point, the PP. But anyways, now in comes the Slowbro, and I'm like, screw it. Let's go into Black Kyurem. He can go for the Scald, but I'm just basically hoping that he does not get the burn, which he doesn't, luckily enough, so I can go for the Choice Banded Fusion Bolt on the next turn, and hopefully just take out the Slowbro and go from there. So let's go. Fusion Bolt! And HP goes down and down and down, but it still barely lives. Damn! That Slowbro is just... Damn, it's so freaking bulky. Choice Banded Fusion Bolt, but, you know, because of the lack of stab, Black Kyurem is not able to take him out, but luckily Toxic is. Toxic will claim its throne on the Slowbro finally, and down it goes, and now in comes the Genesect, and I'm just gonna go for the Fusion Bolt. I know I can take any hit, because he has pretty much revealed his full set, and he has like U-Turn, and then Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and T-Bolt, which really can't do much to me, so I'm like, let's take him out. And now his last Pokemon is the My Little Pony, and he does unfortunately miss a freaking Focus Blast, which was kind of just tend to happen, and I get to take him out with the Fusion Bolt, and that will be the game. Not that the miss really mattered, because then I could have just gone into basically anything and revenge killing. Mainly just Garchomp and Outrage, so it's like whatever. But because of that, Black Kyurem was able to do a little late game sweep there, which doesn't really tend to happen, because one of the weaknesses of Black Kyurem is that it's kind of slow and it has kind of poor coverage. But now, as the question of the day, leave your thoughts below on what do you think of Black Kyurem being in the OU tier by Smogon as well. It's definitely interesting, like the Problem with Black Kyurem is that, you know, first off, it's weak to stealth rocks, and then it has kind of horrible coverage. The first thing is that it doesn't have a physical ice type move. It doesn't even get Ice Punch. You know, you'd think with those massive freaking arms it could punch around something with ice, but it doesn't. And yeah, it doesn't have any kind of ice type, physical ice type move. Well, it does have that free shock, but as we know, that move sucks because it requires you to charge up for one turn, and in a in competitive battles, that's not really a good thing. So that's kind of out of options. And then it doesn't even get Earth. It does have Earth Power, as was also shown in this battle. And mix sets are kind of something that you may be seeing around, because they are pretty good. Mixed Black Kyurem, because it does get that Earth Power, which definitely hit things like, I guess, Heatran and, you know, Bronzong. If it tries to counter it, people tend to use Bronzong a bit more, and most likely Bronzong's usage will go up at least a bit with Black Kyurem around. But personally, what I think is that, you know, it's that 170 base attack. It's really difficult for anything to switch into that. Bronzong and Steel types are those things that can, but then again, it has that Earth Power. It can go mixed, so they are not really solid counters or solid checks to Black Kyurem. Well, they're kind of just, because of that, they are only checks to it. And that 170 attack, it's, in my opinion, it's an centralizing power creep, and we already have a bunch of those, and now we have one more, and now you're basically just forced to, because of Black Kyurem 2, and there are things like Genesect that everybody uses that you have to deal with, and, you know, even Terrakion, that's a powerhouse that kind of forces you to use things like Gliscor, and now we have another powerhouse that is Black Kyurem. That's just outraging all of the things unless you have some Steel types. And, you know, even with Black Kyurem, well, already mentioned that, Earth Power, but you can also have HP Fire if you really hate things like Ferrothorn. It does have that 120 base special attack, so that is definitely more than enough to deal heavy damage to things like Ferrothorn with HP Fire. So, yeah, I really have mixed thoughts, because, yeah, it's another over-centralizing powerhouse, and we'll see. You know, it's checkable easily enough because of its slow speed and stealth rocks in the field. You can check it easily enough, but countering it is a different story. And the fact that if you are forced to use something crappy as Bronzong means that it is indeed over-centralizing, because otherwise Bronzong has really no business in the OU tier. Because otherwise we would see Bronzong in the OU tier. But if, because of Black Kyurem, people are just going to start using that, which is not really otherwise good for the metagame, that's enough to make it over-centralizing enough and bad for the metagame. So, yeah, I'm kind of going at the moment with the thoughts that it's too over-centralizing, but, you know, it's still checkable enough, so we'll see how the next few months are going to go with Black Kyurem. But, yeah, those are my personal thoughts, and I'm gonna keep playing more, most likely with Black Kyurem and stuff, and try it out more, and we'll just have to see how things go. But for now, it is indeed OU, which is, yeah, definitely interesting to say the least. But, yeah, I think I have rambled enough of my thoughts, so you leave yours in the comment section below. And yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. If you did, leave a like, rating, and all that good stuff. Leave some nice comments, and you know, comments about Black Kyurem in general. And that will indeed be all for today. So until next time, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.